Chasing the stars, we'll stride into the dawn. Never back down till the battle is won. Face each foe with hearts brave and true, unafraid of the unknown, because I'll face it all with you.
Hello, I'm the Reviewer. I review you. This is my partner, Mr. It, and it's our 200th episode!
Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed.
And, as I said last time, we're going to be taking a look at On Top of the Fourth Wall's 200th. A review of one of the most infamous comic stories of all time, Spider-Man One More Day.
I'm so lost!
Me trying to follow the Clone Saga.
And in an interesting twist, the theme song uses the extended version so that Linkara can fit in clips from the intros of the previous 199 episodes.
One day more, another day, another destiny.
Obvious? Yeah, but to be fair, if he didn't, I totally would've.
If there's a single story that has hung over this show since the first episode, it's One More Day. Spider-Man literally makes a deal with the devil. Yeah, these days, heroes have to make deals with the devil.
Wife he can come home to. Oh, wait.
If nothing else, this does make me realize how different Linkara has sounded over the years, both in his improving audio quality and the actual sound of his voice.
Others will say that it's completely unnecessary, since I've technically already reviewed the comic in my Top 15 Comics I'll Never Review episode.
The Top 15 Comics He'll Never Review. A list that has almost no meaning anymore. To be fair, most of that's Patreon's fault, but still.
I'm reading from a trade, so no analysis of the covers. However, the covers are where you will find my few compliments to this book.
We're not talking about the covers. So, let's talk about the covers.
Yeah, something that's kind of persisted in Atop the Fourth Wall is Linkara's policy of not looking at the comic covers if his copy is from a trade collection, which is fair. However, when Linkara does talk about the original cover despite the trade, even in a more general, less detailed nature, it makes it feel like the rules should be changed to at least looking at the trade means I will most likely not talk about the cover.
So I think it's necessary.
Hello, Linkara. It is I, the devil.
Oh, hi, Bennett.
Not Bennett, the devil.
I thought the original point of the gag was that they were one and the same.
I haven't decided yet if I'm ever going to do a full review of Civil War.
Spoiler, he does not. Closest he ever comes is a video talking about a lot of his personal gripes with the book. Still a good watch, though.
I'd give anything, do anything to bring her back from the edge, to have just one more day with her. And that's a lie, because in another comic, you spend time with her in mental projection form, where she tells you to let her go, and you ignore her instructions.
Oh, okay. What?
What doesn't work is the writing, wherein Peter whines yet again that this is all his fault.
Future project idea. A parody of Your Fault from Into the Woods, except instead of everybody trying to shift blame to one another, it's Peter taking blame for everything ever.
I also noticed the red Mephisto bird right there. I can't help but wonder if Marvel ever considered doing a what-if story where Peter swings right into the bird and accidentally smashes it against some glass.
Would that really have made a difference? I mean, I get that the whole thing of what if is that a small change can alter the timeline drastically, but not every change has that effect.
Hello, Linkara.
Last Angry Geek?
No, it's Cloak number 1.
Oh, right, you're a different character from him. People have been confused about that.
Yeah, because in Suburban Nights they literally said he was the last Angry Geek.
They think that's confusing? Why am I suddenly one of your bad guys when you weren't even in the group I was harassing in Suburban Nights?
Are you? I'm pretty sure other than this, the only other appearance you've made on Atop the Fourth Wall is when Linkara called you about his magic gun malfunctioning.
I have to see you, Doc. It's a matter of life and death. It is never anything less that brings someone to my door. Yes, even for the mailman.
Hey, those dogs can be vicious.
Spidey explains what's happening and was hoping that magic could offer some assistance. Instead, Doctor Strange feels the need to talk about his origin story.
Yeah, the point being that if magic can't heal his hands, then it can't do anything for Aunt May. Which is still bullshit, but still. This is why Roland doesn't want us learning magic from the Marvel Universe.
With the way you're acting, even if she had died in bed, I can only imagine that you'd be dragging her corpse around everywhere trying to find a zombie spell.
It would be amazing if that's how Marvel Zombies started.
And then she begins to walk in the most awkward of ways. Seriously, this is what she looks like while walking.
So she's got a spring in her step.
Well, I'm sure you'll grow up to be very beautiful. And what if I never grow up? That's right, Spidey. The only one who can help you now is Peter Pan.
All Peters must stick together.
Clearly, this version of Peter Parker has been placed here to try to make us transfer our irritation at the original's whining onto them. What the writers did not bank on, however, is that I am perfectly capable of finding them both annoying, just for different reasons. Though I do have to say, whining about how tough life is and how unfair everything is while you hold a job that many people can only dream to possess. Yeah, you're not looking like the better man.
Not to take away from the legit point being made, which, yeah, it is, but is it just me or did Linkar's delivery turn into Shatner for a minute there?
Those are only 2 out of an infinite number of possibilities. Though I confess I find it interesting that in nearly all of those iterations, you end up alone. I find it interesting that you're able to quantify nearly all of those iterations when you just said the possibilities were infinite. Tell me, did you sit and count every single one where he wasn't in a relationship?
Yes, and I actually have footage of it.
1,000,001? 1,000,002?
Yeah, is that so? So in which of those iterations do I end up a little girl? That would be iteration number 516. It's actually a really interesting twist on everything.
You had to become a slime in a fantasy world first, though. On the plus side, you have a dragon inside of you.
Ooh, in iteration number 29, you're a pig! I'm not even kidding either. Google it. Spider-Ham.
Very true. It was done as an in-house parody.
Ooh, Linkara! There are an infinite number of possibilities your life could have taken had you not started reviewing comics.
Is there one where I'm not being bothered? Because I'd love to hear about that one.
Well, there was that one timeline where you were CEO of both Marvel and DC, but I'm pretty sure you were still being annoyed there.
This is what your life would have been like if you decided to review horror movies instead.
Boy, it sure is glorious reviewing horror movies.
Oh God, he would have become famous!
So, Lupa, if you're the girl with red hair, does that mean you're my future daughter?
I'm not talking to you anymore.
I mean, that's kinda something a daughter would say to her dad.
I deal in the currency of misery, loss, despair, hopelessness, pain, regret, and sadness. They are as sweet to me as the most beautiful music ever composed. Or as any Katy Perry song. Either way works for me, really.
I can't tell if that was supposed to be praise for or a slam against Katy Perry.
This comic is actually a lot better than I thought it would be. Of course it isn't! This comic sucks!
You know, I actually bought that. Granted, I thought the joke was going to be better than I thought. It wasn't a high bar to clear.
This review is great. While it does reflect the angrier era that the show was at the time, it's still a good deconstruction of the comic, particularly because it's not 100% hate. At multiple times in the review, Linkara states ways the story could have worked, how it could have been good. Not that it was just a bad idea from the start and wasn't worth salvaging. This was a great way to spend his 200th episode and a fun way to spend ours.
I'm the reviewer. You review it, I review you.